Hey guys, I'm really freaking out right now. Um, but I'm gonna just try to make this as quick as possible and just give you guys the facts. Um, I'm sure you've heard about this incident that happened today. Um, First, I just want to say that I've prayed about things that happen to children, and I remember back in 2011, I had prayed, and just I was really upset about why bad things happen to children and how can God allow that to happen, those things to happen. And I was shown several visions actually showing that God has control over life and death. And even though that people are murdered and things like that, God is the one that controls your soul's exit from your body. So the angels know when something's going to happen. They know it before it happens because they're outside of our time. So they know, they already knew this event was going to happen. And just like everything else, they know what's going to happen before it happens. Every single human being on the planet, they know when you're going to die. And so they're already there waiting for you when the event occurs. When your event that causes your death occurs, they're already there waiting. And I've seen visions showing that, and those of you that have been watching my channel, you know that some of my visions come true. I have proof on my channel, proof the visions come true. You can go to my channel and see it's right there. Proof the visions come true. What he's showing me comes true. And I was shown this vision. I've shown several visions of seeing angels taking souls out of their body when a horrible event happens and they're taken out so that they don't suffer the event. And it's just like they walk, it's like they step out of their body and they just leave before the thing happens. So that's the first thing. I just wanted to say that. Secondly, I want to say, if any of you are watching and you're in New York City or the surrounding areas, I am going to pray. And I'm not a religious person. I don't belong to a religious organization, but I am obviously very spiritual. And I'm going to pray that you get this message, and that if you feel in your heart after you hear what I'm about to say to you, if you feel in your heart that you need to get out of that area, I hope that you will. I've been seeing visions since 2009. Acts 2:17 says in the last days, God will pour out his spirit on all flesh, and just everybody, all these normal people are going to see see visions and dreams. That's what's been happening to me since 2009. It never happened prior to that. I don't know how to explain it any other way. But this one angel that I see, he looks like Jesus to me, and that's why I call him Jesus. I don't know that, obviously, but that's just what I say. He's been showing me things that have been coming true. And there's more events than just these things. But these are this is a pattern that I've recognized that seems to indicate something may happen on this date. Now, I've been wrong before in my interpretations of what he shows me. He's obviously not wrong. But my interpretations of what he shows me is sometimes wrong, okay? And I admit that. And I hope that this is one of those times. I hope that I'm wrong about this. But this is what he's showing me. Last year, around the 14th, and I don't know the exact date because, unfortunately, I don't log my visions. I sometimes upload visions to YouTube, but I don't log them, and that's really bad. I know that's really bad, and I know that I should be logging them, but I'm extremely overwhelmed with life and the things going on. And so I unfortunately I don't log them, and I need to, but I haven't been doing that. Luckily, there are visions that I've uploaded that have actually can prove to you that some of the stuff he's showing me comes true. But I don't know the exact date, but somewhere around here, he showed me a vision where he and another angel were stomping and clapping, kind of like that song from Queen back in the 70s, the We Will Rock You song. At the time, I recognized that as meaning, I recognized it. And I thought that he was showing me an asteroid strike. Well, that's not what happened, at least not that year. What ended up happening was a couple days after he showed me that, the Occupy Wall Street movement started in New York City. But then exactly 1 year later was the Jewish New Year, the Feast of Trumpets. But not only that, it was the fulfillment of Daniel 12 in 2012. It was the fulfillment of Daniel 12, which said that the blessed day would be 1335 days after the oath was taken in January 20th, 2009. You'd have to go back and watch my other videos to understand. But there was a fulfillment of Daniel 12. I say a fulfillment because I've noticed that there are several fulfillments of scripture that happen. It's not just one, there's several fulfillments, and it's the same for the visions. There seem to be several fulfillments, not just one fulfillment. So there was a fulfillment of Daniel 12:12 on this date right here. 2 years in a row. So now I understand why he showed me this, because he knew there was going to be another fulfillment here. I didn't know that. He knew that. Now I can see it. On October 13th, 2011, I uploaded a vision to YouTube. I uploaded this vision. He showed me a power outage and a hurricane. A couple months ago, I explained this to you in another video that I uploaded, and I mirrored this vision that I uploaded last year, and this is you can go watch that if you want to. But he showed me a power outage and a hurricane. On October 29th, 2011, there was an early snow and a Connecticut power outage that lasted over a week. There were about 2.5 million people that were without power, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. And it was also the exact day of the 20-year anniversary of the perfect storm, which was a hurricane in 1991. Exactly 1 year later, Hurricane Sandy hit New York City, and there were 8 million people without power, some of them for over a month, for like a month or something. So again, 2 fulfillments of this vision that he showed me. 2 fulfillments here, 2 fulfillments here, and then this is the next one. He showed me sometime before Christmas 2011. I don't know the exact date because I didn't log it and I did not upload it. But Jesus was crying next to a burnt Christmas tree. Then on Christmas Eve 2011, there was a horrible Christmas fire that happened in Connecticut where the entire family died or was taken by God. Taken by God. That's how I'm going to say it, because I believe that's what happened. I believe that. I've seen visions of it, and I believe that this entire family was raptured by God. There were 3 children, 2 or 3 children, and the grandparents were all raptured by God on Christmas Eve 2011 in this Connecticut fire. Now we as humans, we see that as a fire. We see it as a tragedy and as a fire. But the grandparents and the children got to go with God. That's how they see it. And that's what I believe, because I've seen it. But what I'm trying to say to you is that he's showing me this he's showing all of us for a reason, and I don't know what the reason is, but I had another vision of a nuclear event in New York City, and it's on my channel. I had it recently, within the last month or something, of a nuclear event, and there were boils on people's skin, and it was bad. And that's why I'm saying I'm really kind of freaking out, and I'm trying to remain calm. But notice that this was a fulfillment in New York City, and then again, in this one there was a fulfillment in New York. In this one there was another fulfillment in New York. And here was a fulfillment in Connecticut, and then again a fulfillment in Connecticut. And then this thing happened in Connecticut on December 14th. December 14th is significant because it's the 7th day of Hanukkah. Today is the 7th day. Today, this evening, on the evening of the 14th, will be the 7th day of Hanukkah, I believe. I believe that they light their 7th candle today on December 14th. I realize that a lot of people don't like to speculate about when the rapture might happen. For me, these types of studies give me hope, and so I believe that in Mark 13:37 says, "What I say to you, I say to everyone, watch." I believe that we're supposed to watch for the rapture. And that's just my own belief. But anyway, I appreciate everything that this person does. I appreciate anybody that watches for the rapture, because it gives me hope. I can't speak for anybody else, but I know that other people feel the same way. There's a lot of comments under this video about people who have had dreams and visions about December 14th and 15th. I myself had a vision back in 2011 about the number 14. I saw a feast which I recognized in the vision that was representative of the feast of the Lamb's feast, which is representative of the rapture, and I knew that. And so I had begged to kind of know when it was going to happen. I wanted to know when, of course. I've always been like that. I just want to know when, because that's just me, I guess. But I saw there was a female angel there, and she showed me, if you've ever seen those date calendars that are just one day, where you tear off the page and it's just one day, it looked like that, and it was the number 14, but I didn't see the month or the year, but I just saw the number 14, and I knew that it was a date. And then there's all these other people that are talking about seeing visions and dreams about this. And so what I'm saying, my point is that maybe she showed me that, and some of these other people that, because it's a warning. I'm saying maybe it's a warning. And so this, I believe that these children, their souls were taken out by the angels, and that they went with God. And so all I'm saying is that even though death is a kind of rapture, horrible things are sometimes you're not taken out. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes a horrible thing will happen and it's suffering, and you're not taken out of your body. And that's why I'm saying, if you feel right now and you're watching this and you see this pattern and you understand what I'm saying, and you feel in your heart that you need to get out of New York City, I'm just saying please do, because we're seeing a connection between Connecticut and New York. He's showing me and he's showing you this connection, and I'm going to pray that you guys, that you get this message, and I'm going to pray that I'm wrong and that nothing happens.